Welcome to the jungle. Before we start, I forgot to show you the army graphs last turn. So scar graphs, army size. Here we are. Asphodel is just a source of anxiety looking at it. And we can see that Machaka was ahead and we have been catching up. Now, I think the spiders count as more because they're bigger. I'm not sure, but it looks like we're matched here in number of troops, considering the troop power. Also, I talked a few times about the Blast, the Scar Souls, and the synergies with Gift of Health. So I think I didn't take in consideration all the bonuses applied together. So just to remember, the Scar Souls are basically extra lives. We have Undying the Blast, Undying plus 10, and we have Gift of Health, which gives plus 10 HP per Dominion. Um, so it's not hard arithmetic, but I made a little spreadsheet just to make sure I'm saying the numbers right. So uh, if we look on the recruitment on our capital, it's going to show that each Nitpatet has 16 base HP. The gift of health bonus is giving 100% there, so it's 16 more. The Undying is not actually HP, but we are including this because if you want to kill him by removing HP, you would have to remove up to minus 10. But this works for each Scar Soul, and he has 5 Scar Souls. So when you calculate, we got to put plus 1 because the Scar Souls are additional lives, quote unquote. So each unit Nidvatet has 252, and that's insane HP for a sacred unit. And now the Nid here's is the same numbers I checked, but he has 10 Scar Souls now. So one of our Nidhir thugs, if he were fighting with all these bonuses, and of course this can change based on experience or other factors, items too, he would have 462 HP. It's an absolutely crazy amount. Now, still on turn 72, we are making some attacks. Of course, I can't tell exactly where the battles are going to happen, but I can at least show where I expect them to happen. Uh, so I'm consolidating troops here, and I'll move between my provinces. But when I'm moving to an enemy province, then I can show the scripting. So, for example, we're moving here to Pythium, and we have fewer troops, but we already have a good commitment of mages. Army regeneration, we leave Hal with the communion. We have another master doing Serpent's Blessing. We want to do this going forward. We don't want to have like one master doing all the big spells. We don't have enough earth boots for these guys, but we like their earth magic, so we gave them gems to summon earth power. We have a thug here. We gave him some kit, but he's on stay behind troops because we don't know what we're gonna face. And stay behind troops, if it's flyers, he can help defend the mages. Misform, Lesser Thunderward, Misform. Here, I don't think we have a Holy Three, so we're doing Blessing with some of our mages. Yeah, the Wolf Clan. Doom, Light of the Northern Scatar, Body Ethereal Spam, and this is how they're scripted. I put them like this earlier because they were fighting with PD behind. Now I should have put some of them back since I'm attacking, but this is how I left it. Let's see how it goes. Color squares, just the PD he put there. You will have no trouble. We lost 9 Nidavangr, and our Crow clans just changed shape. We didn't lose them, but he did make us waste gem with this PD. And here we are raiding further near Machaca's Cap, which is right here, with our mercenary group. And the Air Astro Mage has a few swordsmen. And I want to make use of their gems because I can't take them out anyway. And so he's doing part of Spheres, Fog Warriors, and Body Ethereal, and it's probably on Advance and Cast. Yeah, they're disposable. They're mercenaries. This guy who has the Veti, he's doing Nest of Asps for troops whose poison will desiccate and mummify the victim. And then I like the Shadow Blasts he did last battle, so I put him on Shadow Blast and Advance and Cast. They're spread out like this. Let's see how it goes. Turns out before we could leave the province with the mercs, they got attacked by the level 9 spell that summons these long dead horsemen with Wraith Lord. But these are temporary units, so doesn't look like we'll have enough even with the magic. Yeah, so we know he's ahead. We don't have level 9 research, we just have our arcane nexus. So he's making good use. This spell is good for clearing out raiding groups like this. Yeah, the very routed. I want to say it was close, but it really wasn't. Troll regenerates, but he's surrounded, so he's gonna die very quickly. Also here he routed. So the horse, he's not a dumb mount, but he doesn't route because he has 50 morale. Okay, so he just stands there. No, he's actually moving. He's yeah, he's very EP, so he can't leave. Why does he have a lot of protection? Did he cast invulnerability? Yeah. Yeah, when he wakes up, he's gonna try to leave. So if he were Berserk, we could have won this. What's their attack? 11 attack, 13 damage, 11 attack, 14 damage. Yeah, he has no defense, completely harassed and routing. He's at 100 fatigue, so he gets critical strikes. No afflictions. Yeah, so the Troll Shaman is a good thug. Well, this guy comes with a skull staff, so you have to consider that. for casting invulnerability. And also, how are you going to berserk him without the weapon slot? Does the Great Lord have better stats? Yeah, he has a Bane Blade. Okay, so we should be reaching Twilight soon, and then I think he'll die. I'll slow it down. All effects are dispelled, then he takes a bunch of damage. So we have been beaten. They took our PD. They killed our marks, but they were just marks anyway. And we made them spend gems at least. Turn 73. We saw this event, and on the magic phase, there were a couple more incidents. So this is one of our armies, and they get hit with things from the sky. As you can see, 3 per square here. Do we have? We don't have Bear Clan, but the Bear Clan would be spread out in their formations. There are skirmish formations and bed formation fighter. Now the Nidvil are Nidovor. I always say this wrong. They are in their formation fighter. So what earlier we thought was an advantage against this is a problem. I like that our vampire was trying to heal them. And they got one of our Adepts of the Iron Order, which sucks. They got one Mount King. They got one Nidayarl. They got 21 Nidovor. They got 43 Shade Beasts. But proportionally, the... No, actually, the Shade Beasts die more. Probably because they have less HP. No? No, maybe it's not so bad. And we have another incident at Hinafe where I think we're sieging the fort. See, they're not in the script formation. They're spread out all over. But in grouping packs, here in Hinafe, we lose 2 Adepts of the Iron Order. It really sucks. I really want to keep these mages. Lost one of our 17 Lizard Shamans, 1 Sith Verender Apprentice. The Bakemono we had from the start of the game, now they're finally gone. 9 of the 28 Bear Clan. Let's compare it with the Nidovor. Yeah, I think we end up, due to the formations, I think we end up losing more Nidovor. We have 365 and we lost 181 of them. So even though we liked having Nidovor to fight Scalaria, and we started with the Bear Club in expansion and our first war, we switched to focusing more on Nidovor. But I think looking at this now it's a point of the game where it's time for the bear clan to be recruited again. The Chithyronic lions from the throne of the artificer that we enslaved, we just have one of them now. Meteor Guard guards also for an expansion, we have them, but now they're down to two. And the Nidbathets, we had a lot of them, just lost one, but probably a lot of scar souls. And remember that we gained that assassination item. I forgot the name, but it's a heart of something. I'm gonna check it now. And we wanted to make an assassin, so we took one of our Camisots and made him a kit. And he's in Machaka assassinating. Let's see what he got. He found a golem with a booster and a clam of pearls for temporary astro gems. And he starts casting disintegrate. His kit is, yeah, the black heart. This is what I got from an event. So it made him into an assassin. Now, an assassin with the death 2 is already good because he can cast the Horde of Skeletons, and the chassis has stealth. And I just made cheap items to increase his stealth even more. Plus 20. This is plus 30. And I gave him a helmet to increase the morale. Gives fire resist too. Protects the head. And of course, I think this is the best item for assassinations because you start with the water elemental right away. And he has a chest wound because he put the heart in. Disintegrate. He's trying to cast opposition. The elemental passed the magic resistance attack. Disintegrate didn't work. Another disintegrate. Now the golem is punching with his 7 attack skill. And the elemental got him. Crush for 15, crush for 24. And he was already crushed. We are getting a lot of hurricane emotes from the air gem gen from Shinoyama, which is annoying. We don't like losing population. The walls in Pythium are lightly damaged. Yeah, we don't have a lot of troops there, but we're reinforcing. And the fortification at Henafe has been breached. The units are getting cured from their diseases, from those items we built. And we get more mercs. Oh yeah, this message here. We have taken control of the cracker. Our forces met no resistance. Our mercenaries were destroyed here by those long dead horsemen, which it doesn't get to keep. But so the province was empty, and the battle happened in the magic phase turn, and I moved in probably to build a lab or a temple or both with an apprentice here. And since the province was owned by no one, when he arrived in the move phase, we just got it without a fight. And here we see something foreboding. We are attacking here to the south of the throne of the artificer, keeping the pressure up. With the low commitment raid, these are ghouls we had summoned and they were helping patrol, but now we're bringing out to fight. Not very great, but they do have a poison claw and they are corpse eaters, so they get more HP when they have corpses. Does paralyzing poison. So they're just set on attack closest right up front. Let's see how it goes. What do we find here? PD, Lion Tribe. So they don't have protection, we don't have protection. They don't cause fear. Fear would have been good here. But yeah, when you have almost no protection. I'm trying to see if they kill the commander. Because it looks like they're aiming for him. Oh, they killed the commander. Yep. They killed the commander and they rout right away. Yeah, these type of undead, they can rout, they don't dissolve. But of course, like any troop, they need leadership. Otherwise, they would have won. So if we just had an additional commander, we probably would have won this. So we had 39 goals, and they retreated, and 11 of them made it back. Here on Henafit, we are storming the castle that we siege down. I think I said our little Zot assassin here assassinated Machaka, but I was just reading that he was assassinated against the nation of Machaka. He's assassinating at the fort that we're sieging. And that's good because it's removing mages that are going to participate in the siege defense. And now our Flame Spirit that was side searching is joining the battle and he's providing Fire Fend, so more fire resist. We already have fire resist in the blast. Gift of the Furies. And this is just redundancy because I can lose. We are seeing that I can lose mages to those remotes. And fire mages can do fire resist, they can do cold resist. And yeah, here we go. We have one boosted Wolf Clan that still shouldn't be on fire because it doesn't have the metal matrix, but this is a mistake. But he does Frost Fan that gives cold resistance, and then he can do fire resistance too. So if one of them dies, I still have both resists. And we are doing anti-magic. We have our mercs here doing anti-magic too. So we are putting redundancy on our important spells. We have our communion, and we're having more communion masters spreading out who's going to cast what. I'm starting to give rings of fire to important mages, but not all of them have it. Some of them have the dragon helmet, but that helps survive those remote attacks too. We have our bear clan. One of them here is putting Legions of Steel with the Metal Matrix. We have our crows. One of them is doing invulnerability and featherweight army using the metal matrix to join the community faster. And the other one is putting up storm and summons more. Well, this guy is taking advantage of being the communion and he's doing army of mist, life after death, and rigor mortis. We have some redundancy here on the death spells. We have more anti-magic, so we are making sure that we get it. And the white mages have the advantage that they have no encumbrance, while the crows, since they're old, they they get a lot of encumbrance. But that's spellcasting encumbers 8. Yeah. And we have one thug here on attack large monsters with a gate cleaver, a horror helmet for fear, armor of meteoric iron. It's good armor for thugs, braces of protection, rings of regeneration. And the gate cleaver is to bring the walls down faster, but it's also armor negating, so it does serve the similar purpose to the great swords of sharpness that we have. Our Bane here that left the lake also has a little thug kit, and he already comes with a Bane blade. He's on attack closest because it's not doesn't have a gate cleaver or a great sword of sharpness or something like that. And if we press Y, we see everybody moving the province, but we want to press T just to see who's here because those will be the ones sieging. Attack rear, closest, closest, closest. Okay, let's see how it goes. So the first thing that happens is more things from this column. Horrible for us. And then our assassin Camazot finds a voice of the Lord in the tavern. He's just a holy tool, but he gets berserk from the bless. The elemental crushes a peasant right away. He disintegrates another. He woke up. He blessed himself. So now he's regenerating. Another peasant crushed. Holy Avenger. That's not a good idea, buddy. Now I think he's smiting or banishing. But the Zod already cast all the skeletons and didn't matter anyway. Elemental killed him. And then we get attacked. Let's take a moment to see what we have here. We have Queen of Clouds. We have a golem. So it was good that we killed one of the golems. I think he brought in another with a flying carpet from another province, probably to cast anti-magic. Has a decent number of mages. We seem to have a little bit more, but a lot of them are communion slaves. Yeah, this is one of those battles where we just have to watch and comment after. Twilight. Earthquake. Storm. Time Challenge. Rigor Mortis. We have Relief. How? And we have the fourth storm. A lot of spiders here, but not the sacreds. Does have mages. War masters with very different paths. Yeah, check it out. More earthquake. And he invested a lot of gems in stopping us this turn. Our rigor mortis went off again. Yeah, now we deal much better with Archer Fire. We are getting very webbed though by the spiders. But yeah, Body Ethereal help us climb the wall. Or is it Fog Warriors? Oh, I think it's Body Ethereal. We have our Howl. These mages are probably sleepy now. Not having fun getting attacked by Nidavangr. They're ethereal and I don't have magic weapons. No, don't let him escape. He's making a run for it. So this is the result from the incident. It was flames from the sky. The mages that die, we got some of their gear back. 2 adepts of the Iron Order, 1 bear clan, -1 bear clan. That means that the bear clan didn't really die. He transformed into a bear. 5 of our 21 lizard shamans, 1 apprentice, 14 bear clan warriors. They got unlucky there. 1 forest troll. They have a lot of HP regenerate, but they're weak to fire. These are lizard warrior mercs. We lost 63 of 75. But as lost 3, but scar souls probably. The meteor guard are finally gone. The Nidavangr, yeah, you see, we lose a lot of them. And the last of the principes we enslaved from skill area. This is the result from the battle on top of the fort before the storm. Let's look first at what they brought. They had 26 sorcerers, so we can't say that they didn't have a lot of mages. They did. And they had this guy here, the stronger mage. He had a bishop fish to do divine blessing. 2 black sorcerers, which are also stronger. A golem that died. Queen of Clouds might have run away. The sorcerers, half of them died, but the ones that don't died retreated, so maybe he could have lost them too. Have 12 voices of the hunters. These are the commanders. 2 of them died. Black hunters, these are the sacred spider. Almost 200 of them, and lost almost all of them. The great eagles all died. Hunter spiders, 137 all died. On our end, we lost 3 more lizard shamans, 2 apprentices, 3 wolf clan mages. We got 2 black hunters, which killed 10 after they were enslaved. We lost only 5 draconians, 4 drogs, 4 forest trolls, got 2 hunter spiders. The Tyrannic lion, the last one, still alive. Our Nidbathets killed 266, we lost 69 of them. The Nidavangr that were in great numbers, we had almost 400 of them, and they are being chipped down. Lost 26. Shade Beasts lost 1. And we got one of the commanders, one of the voices of the hunters too. Oh yeah, the items. Gossamer Veil. This wasn't mine. Skull of Fire probably wasn't mine. Girdle of Might. Skull of Fire. Skull of Fire. Skull of Fire. So every single major of them has a Skull of Fire Crown of Command. Dreams Pool. So more glamour stuff. This is a gem generator. Crown of Command, Skull of Fire, Starshine Skullscap, Thistle Mace, Skullstaff, Vine Shield, Rune Smasher, Dragon Helmet, Greenstone Armor, I think it was mine from Bogus, and a Spell Focus. So I can't tell what's mine or not anymore. I know the Glamour stuff isn't. I know he's putting Skulls of Fire in every mage. And this was the result from the Fort Storm. So as you can see, the bear clan that transformed in the flames from the sky participated as a bear. We only lost 8 Nidbathets, and we gained 4 spiders, and they had 9 lore masters, some other stuff, 120 spiders. So I'm not gonna do a complete analysis of the battle, but I want to see a few things. Like for example, when we get featherweight army, because I think that saved us. So it should be combat round 3, according to the scripting we saw. Yeah, they're floating already, and we didn't see the earthquake. So that was a good call. Let's see if we can find who's casting earthquake here. I can't seem to find it, but it's coming. But it has a longer cast time. So we went on combat round 3, but went after our featherweight army. So it was a close call. I skipped ahead to combat round 20. I'm checking because we have rigor mortis and we have How on our side. So our units should be fine on fatigue. I don't want to see a soulless warrior. Yeah, 2 fatigue, 45 fatigue. Let's see some other people that are fighting here. 1 fatigue, 0 fatigue, maybe the ones in front. 26, they're fine. Now, this Black Hunter already has 87. The spiders aren't getting that fatigue right now, but they have lower encumbers. Now, the Black Hunters have a full plate, which has 5 encumbers. The shield gives 1, 2. And so, even though they're very powerful, some of them either are already at a 100 fatigue, this guy is already sleeping, or they're getting there. So now at combat round 30, I skipped forward again. Every Black Hunter I'm clicking is completely fatigued out, so they're not even fighting. And they were flanking us over here, but instead of getting surrounded, our Scala managed to keep the spiders at bay. And of course, it's much easier when they're not even fighting. This guy's about fatigue out. This guy is fatigued out. Let's see our troops. Yeah, they're fine. So this is a big issue. So if you want to try this build with Machaka, here's the tip. Consider taking Reinvigoration too. Turn 74, we were attacked at Chiliad, where we had raided. We had our mages here, but they're all out of gems now. And he brought in the other Queen of Storms. Yeah, she can summon these our elementals on the map without using gems. Yeah, they're just trampling us. Doesn't look like he'll get away. So yeah, she's the one we've been trying to catch with our pretender, and she managed to kill our very advanced, very reckless raiding party. We also got attacked at the cracked earth, and we have an ancient presence here, which is a commander because it has magic paths and slots, and of course nobody's commanding it. Quicken Self, Stygian Skin. Moss body and attack. And on our side, are they routed? So 200 hit points, low protection, but is regenerating a lot, is invulnerable 15. The MR's only 17 with the magic scale though. So to counter 1 PD, we had an apprentice there and he died trying to retreat. We got attacked and antediluvian. There's the pretender here, Hawk Tarantula, very cool. Crown of the Ivy King gives regeneration, animal awe, bark skin, water breathing, ring of regen. So already regenerating 25%. Has invulnerable, 3 attacks, magical. This form, personal regeneration, and then attack. We did put PD, but it's not going to be enough. I have 2 mages here. Oh man, this guy was probably side searching. That's painful. Takes care of the PD, no problem. So we lose our crowd there and had a expensive gears, very unfortunate. But apprentice retreated. Now the walls and Pythium are moderately damaged, so we're working on that. Bought more mercs. One of our pro clan that died was twice formed. We got him back. Astral 4. Cool. So, um, Machaka tried a lot here. And Flames from the Sky attacked on top. He defended the fort. But I don't know who was it that said that there are decades where nothing happens, and then there's Wormouth where nothing happens, something like that. And here, definitely, he tried all that and nothing happened because we still have an army and we have the fort. It seems that we were attacked here in the Curtain Walls, which is the province that was Machaka, and we want to finish this border more neatly. And it was, yeah, the remote along that. So we didn't put PD. At least we didn't waste money. But the province is left with nothing, so we just take it back. Now we have the pretender here to deal with, but our thugs should be able to handle that. Now the ancient presence, because she devours, it's a whole nother issue. So we're taking some of our mages from here, and then we press Y, we press include teleportations, and we're bringing we're gonna lose these troops because when you have a merc and he magic phases and he has troops, the troops you lose. But we really want to make sure we kill that ancient presence, and we're bringing the vampire to do part of skeleton spams to hold it off, and we are trying to soul slay. Although one of the guys here has a lot of revig items. Yeah, all of these items give revig. No, this is a booster. And he's going to start with Horde Skeletons to distract two. These two, Power of the Spheres, Guardian of the Star Soul Slay, Power of the Sphere Soul Slay. We have this guy has the Rune Smasher and a Spell Focus, so he was gonna have a lot of penetration, and this should kill that Ancient Presence. Uh, but let's see if it works. Yeah, he put the Ancient Presence all the way down there. Doing the scripting. We can see what we're casting here. Soul Slay failed. Soul Slay failed. That's three now. 5, 6, and the 7 Soul Slayer succeeded. Commanders. Yeah. Yeah, so some of them have 15 penetration against 17, so it's a good chance that it was quick, but by the time she moved, it would be almost guaranteed that she would be soul slayed. I would have preferred to enslave it, but I didn't want to take the risk. I should have only shown that battle when I'm about to change turns because I'm still on turn 75. But I remember a few other comments I wanted to make about this turn. We are summoning Heliophagus with our blood random crawl that we empowered. And one of them, I checked on the mod inspector, and one of them has blood fire. With blood fire, we're going to be able to summon the demons that have fire paths too. So I don't think anybody else is competing for blood with the nations left. So if we keep scaling on blood, we'll be able to get them all. And I think there are good mages and good thug chassis too. We are not making any other attacks, but we're moving our assassin here to a Fezibor. And a Fezibor, if we get this one, then we are already adjacent to Machaka, and taking Machaka, it's not going to finish this war, but because he has all this, but it's going to make it very hard for him to recover mentally and with, with he's losing stuff, and he's not going to be able to recruit the cap only mages, recruit the sacred spiders anymore, which are strong. The pretender, if we kill, it's going to respawn here. So that's I think, decisive. Although we can already say that battle was decisive because it killed 200 spiders there, and we're reinforcing Pythium 2. So we're not advancing anywhere this turn, but we're taking care of this problem. Otherwise, it can just go into a lands and cause a lot of issues. But the logistics here at Pythium is complicated. We already knew this when we were fighting Pythium because there are swamps here, there's a river here. And we're bringing stuff though. Let's see what we have. We have a scout here bringing more gems, bringing some items. Two scouts bringing gem generators and boosters. We have, one more scout here with more stuff we want on our mages. Gate Cleaver Tug, decently well geared. We're bringing the Vine Ogres we're summoning with our Tree Lord that we put there. More troops, more Zots for attack rear. Turn 75. So we took care of the Ancient Presence here. However, we can see that there's another one. And we can see there because we had scouts and he got the vampire attack. independence from an event. Now this one has the silver arms, has an amulet of anti-magic, so it's going to be more resistance to Soul Slay, and a Carmine Cleaver, which is a good weapon for it because it does give a fire shield. So the vampires jump on it, but get devoured. Is that what's happening? Let's see. Yeah, they're getting swallowed and they're getting digested. So I think it's 15 gems to summon, but it comes as a unit, and then you have to spend 20 gems to make it into a commander, and he invested an artifact and even more gems. Now, the ones that we had here that Soul Slade cannot teleport there because there's no lab here, but the crows can change into crows and they carry all their gear. It's non-functional, the ones that are not miscellaneous when they're in crow form, but they're carrying it and they can just sneak away stealthily. The vampire stealth too, he can sneak away. Remember, if you have a vampire, he always produces thralls, and you might forget that he can sneak because the thralls, I think, come in under his command, but you just take the thrall out and he's not limited to their map move. And the Merc here that lost their troops on the magic phase is building a lab so we don't have this logistical problem anymore. I don't care if it takes it back. There's a lab. I'm gonna take it again, and I might want it to do gem and item logistics or magic phase. We got the Heliophagus. Let's see. He's right here. We didn't get the one with fire that we wanted, but this guy is blood 4 originally, so he can be even higher with boosters. Um, so yeah, he can help us forge and blood hunt more. He's forging this slave temporary gem generator from Lucid's mod. I really like what Lucid did with it because I was thinking about it and it's really balanced. 5 temporary blood slaves is a big deal, right? But it cannot be removed and it gives you far forecasting minus 50. So it's going to limit what you can do on the battlefield. So this is very well thought out. We had bid on more mercs last turn, and we got them here. Let's see where we are. Yeah, it was just a troll company. This guy has no paths, but nice to have for our siege here. The fortification is still not cracked. This is a good tip if you don't know. If you're sieging a fort, you press B, you see which mercs are available. I'm taking all of them. Nobody else is bidding on them. I'm not bidding more. As you can see, I'm renewing the Feather Serpent with the same price. And they go on the top of the fort and start cracking the walls right away. Um, Another mark we put here, and he is a wizard, Iron Wizard. Yeah. So he's the same type of mage that we can get from the Tower of the Iron Order, but I was thinking that maybe he could come with different paths, and I could use him for crafting. And from here, he can help defend this region, which is very contested. As I make progress with armies here in Hanafi and here in Pythium. At Pythium, we have our secondary army. We are reinforcing, and the logistics is not just with items; it's with gems too. And I do some estimation of what gems I will need because we can have lots of battles here, just like we had on Hinafi there. And the mage may die, may get gem burned, so I just keep scouts here hidden. We're doing that trick that not a trick, is just a good play that I mentioned earlier, where we preach with units. Well, the gate cleaver here would have helped 100 siege strength, but I think the fortification is critically damaged. So with the troops I estimated, I will not need it. Uh, yeah, you can see all the Bear Clan are preaching, all the Wolf Clan are preaching, the two thugs here are preaching. Um, this guy's sieging probably because he's commanding. Yeah, there we go. And we are raiding here with we are reinforcing our troops on the forts, but we're raiding here with our merc. We have a Bear Clan with Creeping Doom, Strength of Gaia, kitted out. Yeah, this is why it's good to mass produce the kits like this, because now he becomes a nature 4, and nature 4 can really spam out water elementals, which would put him to sleep right away if he's only water 3. More creeping doom, more strength of Gaia. The mechanical men are from the mercenaries. Hold an attack closest. Let's see how it goes. So what do we find here? PD. Some of the creeping doom animals, or insects in this case, are flying. So they start annoying the archers right away. No problem, of course. We raised the temple, killed the PD, didn't lose anything. I was saying that I teleported the pretender here to kill the Queen of Air when describing the previous turns, but I was misremembering. The first teleport and the first raid that we did here that we lost um was just to help push in, allow us to focus on sieging on this fort. And but I did teleport the pretender again when I found the other Queen of Storms, hoping to attack her. Include teleportations. Yeah, there he goes. Ring of Tame Lighting to protect him from shock, because I know what's here, and I don't have a scout here, but I'm making use of my powerful dominion that has spread here, and I have scrying on my dominion from the nation. So we know it's a huge. It's Aela, the Queen of Storms, and has just one PD and has 27 units, which are probably these air elementals. And we have a Ring of Returning that we put on a scout that we're bringing from our lab here at the swamps. So this is the advantage of, uh, because I said prior that we build all these temples and labs, and we don't have money to recruit from them every turn. On here, we don't even have resources anymore. Neither here. But some places we could recruit, we're not recruiting when we want a lot of troops, or we're raising PD construction. But it really helps you do stuff like this really quick. So if he sends something that's specific to kill the pretender, the Ring of Returning will help him go back home. And unless it's a soul slave, of course. But 22 magic resistance. Could have given him an amulet of magic resistance. It might have been better, but I know that now she only has air magic, so I thought this was the best kit. We already, yeah, Shroud of Splendor is all. We already know his script, and he's up here. The scout is hidden, of course. Let's see how it goes. So there he is, way up there. And she's way here in the back. Storm. Yeah, she has an air booster. Air 6. I guess we can see what she's doing from here because they're gonna jump in on the Pretender. He does take some damage. Damage roll 11 plus 3. Protection roll 0 plus 7. 7 points of damage. Okay. But the attack is lightning, right? Yeah, so the lightning resistance from the item is helping. Got 6, but 420 hit points is a lot to go through. What is damaging them? Fire shield. Cool. Seems she's just casting spells. Yeah, summon Hawk. And they're dissolving because she routed. So we kill all the elementals. That's already good because this can cause problems in our armies. Plus they fly in storms. Yeah, storm immunity. But we didn't get her. She probably retreated. And we saw this Asian presence here, which we have to deal with. We have to do a magic phase attack, otherwise she can move, and the move phase happens simultaneously. We don't want to have this threat in our armies. We don't have want to have this threat rampaging around, but we cannot magic phase these guys because they don't have a lab. So we're magic phasing. Oh, it's getting complicated to see. Yeah, some of them are coming from here. Some of them are coming from here. There's one guy coming from here, but we can include teleportations and then we'll see. So some white mages, horde of skeletons, summon soul slay. And because, well, he cannot put troops here on the magic phase, but he can raise the PD, and that's going to affect our magic phase attack. So we need something to deal with the PD dump if it happens. So we have some fire elementals for that with our fire random iron order. So yeah, Phoenix, they're boosted by 2, and Phoenix power is going to boost them to 3. They're going to be able to summon the big fire elementals. Summon Earth power is going to reinvigorate them. Power of the spheres is going to raise all paths by 1, and hopefully the fatigue will be so that I can summon another elemental. This one gives 2 fire gems. So hopefully this will be enough to... Well, the guys that already SO3, they don't need boosters to Magic Phase, but some of them do. So this is how they're placed. Let's see how it goes. So there was PD and same gear, 22 MR, doing the script. Light of the Northern Star, raising our astral paths. Still back there. The Soul Slays should be targeting it. Yeah. Yeah, penetration 12 versus MR 22. Resist the effect. It's not going to be easy this time. This is why it's so good to Twiceborn, because I wouldn't have so many mages to do this and do everything else I'm doing. Crossbows are still trying to hit our mages, but now they're off script. Paralyzed, good. Is it paralyzed? Where does it show here? I'm not seeing it. Petrified, okay, cool. Now, one of our fire elementals reached the crossbows, some of our skeletons too. Yeah, they routed. Good. Of course, we're hoping the one that works is a slave mine, but we can't be sure. Looks like the fire elemental got eaten there. These guys are slimed. Where does it show the slimed? Slime slowed. Paralyzed. Good. $513 hit points. Yeah, the basic is almost 200, but that it gains HP as it eats. What's this effect now? Paralyzed. Okay. Disintegrate. Of course, the Soul Vortex doesn't regain fatigue on undead. It's losing HP. Routed, routed, fatigued out. It's regenerating though. 42. And got one soul slay, I think. We can check. Commanders. Opposition. Yeah, only affects magical entities, and that's a magical entity. Doesn't show. Oh no, it was one of the white mages. Okay, cool. So one of our Iron Order died probably due to an arrow or a crossbow bolt. And we killed the Ancient Presence, killed all of these PDs. This was a PD dump, not a huge one, but significant. We got all his items back, apparently, and we got the Carmine Cleaver, which is a good weapon, I think, and the artifact Silver Arms. So he reached construction 9 before, but we are inheriting the items. Now, the Silver Arms, they cannot be removed, but some items have this tag, can't be removed, and they have no pickup, so you don't pick up. But this one you pick up, and I picked up with this white mage, and he lost some miscellaneous slots, but now he has forearms. I was thinking if I wanted to kill him and try to give him to somebody else, but I thought better of it. And with the pets he have, I'm gonna find ways to for him to make this item useful. And while we are rallying our troops here in Henafe, we're taking the time to preach our dominion, probably doing some logistics, because even though this is our second army, we want it to be good, just as good as this one. So we craft the items we need to keep them all in tip-top shape. But we did move our Zot assassin forward to Fezibor, which is right next to the capital Machaka, and put him on assassinate again. So I just leave him like this. The water bottles and the horde of skeleton spams should do the trick. Let's see how it goes. So outdoor assassination this time. Let's see what we catch. We catch a sorcerer who doesn't have an eye, but does have two temporary nature gems and a nature booster, so he's nature 4. So I think now that he saw that we're doing assassinations, he's preparing. He's cursed though. Okay, swarm, horde of skeletons. Now the bugs land. There are some skeletons here helping. The other ones are fighting over there. They are entangled. Creeping doom, so there are more animals coming. So he fought off the flying animals. He's taking poison damage. This guy fatigued himself out, but he's gonna wake up pretty soon. Wild growth. Yeah, wild growth is entangling our stuff and leaves them with no defense, 1 defense. So these bugs, they have poison. Some of them have magic attacks. Yeah, I think it's the flyers that have the magical attacks. Oh, not seeing it now. But he fatigued himself out too. So now it's up to the minions. But the water elemental is at his lowest form here, entangled. The Zot woke up, put more skeletons on the field. Water elemental is gone. Poison arrows. He does kill a skeleton there. Now he's doing animate skeleton, fatigued himself off. He's only one death. We're dead too. Yeah, the Entangle really got our elemental and the group of skeletons that was up front. And now he's fatigued out. He died to the skeletons. So, hordes of skeletons started getting stung by the insects, and he was trying to hit the dragonfly with his skull staff. He was poisoned, even though he has poison resist. He killed a large beetle, hitting it in the head with the staff. Nice attack roll. Taking poison damage, missed large beetle, and then the animals were cleared. He went back to casting Horde of Skeletons. When he wakes up, he was left with 6 hit points. Oh, he doesn't have poison resistance. Oh, okay, I was misremembering. But this chest wound he has from putting on the Black Heart, but he got weakened and he got a never healing wound. So this little fellow here that I made because I got the Black Heart from an event and wanted to use him, I'm gonna rename him Lucky because yeah, he was really lucky there. Now, I didn't have the script for this in the file, but I attacked the lake that Machaka's pretender had taken with my Bane Thug and his Legion of Draug. Has more gear now. Oh, I gave him gear to kill the pretender, yeah. Great Sword of Sharpness. Although he's afflicted chest wound, battle fright, and some Shade Beast too. But yeah, gonna clear this PD, no problem. Turn 76. So our pretenders here, we gave him the Ring of Returning. We also had the foresight to bring Astral Gems that we didn't use because he can be scripted to do returning. And he is going back to the throne of the Artificer there. Our raid was successful here. We killed the second ancient presence here. It's good that there was a lab, so mages can teleport out, but I don't want to waste gems on the crows because the crows can just sneak away. We took the lake back. We didn't find the pretender there. We summoned worm mage. Yeah, the name of the spell was Worm That Walks, I think. And I wanted more Thug Chassis, although he's not particularly good on stats. He's immortal. So I'm hoping to give him cheap gear and have another Thug option. It's expensive. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I want to have fun in the game too and play around with different things. I want to know how the swarm body works. because I asked the people and there was some confusion about it. We are F1 C, capital C. We are summoning Bishop Fish, build a lab here. Don't need a lab because I can't recruit mages, but I wanted to summon them closer to the this front. And the Bishop Fish, I cannot give boots to make him move faster because he has fins. And I want a Holy Three to blast the Nidbathads that we are moving there. And we confirmed that the Queen of Storms retreated because she's over here now. Okay, so we dealt with two ancient presences. We had the victory here. We took the fort. Now we regrouped, we rallied, and we're moving in. But we're going to see the scripting and the battles on the next episode. We're ready here. We are storming the castle, making progress. We still have another Queen of Thunder here. This is Kokithiad, powerful mage. Um, Magma Children, King of Bane Fires, a third Asian presence. We didn't kill the Pretender. We didn't catch him here because it wasn't a magic phase attack. So we're doing very well. We had an important victory, but there's still a lot to do. So I think I'll stop looking at the turns here. Lost this to Barbarian, annoying. So let's review how we're doing. Let's see our research. So we got our Nexus that we didn't use that because we have been spending a lot of pearls and gems. We are about to reach construction 9 in 2 to 3 turns, maybe 4, depending on what we do. But we are already getting artifacts that Machaka crafted. And then we want Wish and Nifl Flames, but the level 9s I keep changing every turn. The idea that I have with Nifl Flames right now is that they are not using, it has a huge area of effect. It's cold magic damage, armor piercing, and adds a lingering cloud. The lingering cloud shouldn't be a problem for us because we are doing cold resistance on our battles with our armies, and plus our national troops have cold resistance anyway. I haven't seen him add cold resistance, even though he could with his fire paths. So that's the idea there. On construction, there is not much to say. We keep popping labs and temples everywhere. Uh, we are we even lose some, like we lost here, but we like to have the labs for our complicated logistics now. And the site searching also, it's the same drill. We want to have 4s or 9s everywhere, and we are catching up. We could consider that they site search the paths they have, but it's hard to keep track. But the fire is almost already done with all the flame spirits we have, and the glamour is catching up nicely. Now, the score graphs, we have the site there that gives us the mundane score graphs. So, provinces are battles on forts and raiding. There's some back and forth, but we are clearly passing Machaka now at his expanse, and we're even above Asphodel now. And on forts, we are catching up, but we're still behind Asphodel and taking Machaka's forts. On income, we see the same trend where we gain the income that Machaka lost, and Machaka is now even below Shinoyama. Gems keep rising. Blood, we could focus just on using our blood to scale our blood, but We have one Vampire Lord helping in the armies, helping in the magic phase attacks. We do a lot of crafting, in particular the Earth Blood, the blood boosters for Earth, but we're still trying to climb. Research started going linear again because we're recruiting so many troops. We are losing troops to flames from the sky and battles and other stuff, and we need to keep pumping them out. The medium keeps growing with our temples and army size. I'm not even going to mention Asphodel, but yeah, here we can see the effect that our battles have. He is now on the bottom of the players that are still alive, and we are keeping up. Of course, we're much behind Asphodel, but compared to the other players, we're doing well. And Ascension points, they have three thrones, but I don't expect that he'll keep them for too long. Of course, we're having all these victories, but the throne situation is such that we just wouldn't be able to throne rush. Generally, too, I would like to say that you lose like everything that I lost to those flames from the sky, and you have to just carry on. You can always summon more mages. You can recruit more troops if you have the scales and you have everything prepared for all that. You lose expensive items like I lost that skull helmet here. That's very expensive on death. You can just craft it again, and you just gotta push forward. He had more research. Well, the long dead attack is not very expensive on that, but flames from the sky is, and the gems are not infinite. He doesn't have gems anymore, but he does have Forge of the Ancients. But what he does with Forge of the Ancients, part of it I can do with my throne. And who even need troops anyway? Because we can take provinces and kill very scary creatures with just magic phase attacks and moves from our mages. But what if you have that and you have a lot of troops and you can buff them and take forts on two fronts? That's even better. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.